In my earliest memory, at the age of 4, from my mother's home-based beauty shop window, I was watching the high school kids go by carrying armloads of books. I was immediately fascinated with where they must be going and what was in those books. When my mother told me they were going to school, I was eager to go too, although I wasn't fully clear what that was. My mother promised that I would one day get to go too. My anticipation grew stronger, not only from these books of stories about people and places, but also from the conversations I overheard from the customers about real people and places. My mother's value of education guided her choices of toys, and she even listened to radio mostly for toy and game recommendations. Her beauty shop customers gave us books and other reading material as well. I remember poring over the words and the pictures in my books and actually can't remember a time when I couldn't read. Eventually, the day came that my mother decided to enroll me in kindergarten. Although I was 8 months shy of the starting age of 5 for kindergarten, I'm guessing she decided to see if they'd take me, since she probably couldn't contain my desire to start school any longer. In September 1948, we marched up to Banneker Elementary School, 2 blocks away, and got in line and waited. I looked around and I took it all in. I listened carefully as the teacher asked my mother questions and examined my birth certificate. I had plenty practice eavesdropping on my mother and her customers' conversations, trying to make sense out of their adult vocabulary and reasoning. The teacher was confirming what we already knew. I was too young to start, and I would have to wait until I turned 5. It became clearer to me that my chance to start school was fading away. Even though I knew full well that my mother was not one to tolerate public displays, I couldn't hold back my disappointment and erupted into the one and only time I ever had a full-blown tantrum. I don't remember how my mother reacted, but there was no consoling me. It was like I was possessed by some alien being. Not the teacher, nor my mother, nor anyone else could get me under control. Finally, feeling exhausted and defeated, the teacher uttered the magic words that brought peace to my world again. We'll let her start and see if she can keep up. Mission accomplished. Since that day, I have loved school and books. I loved the smell of the books, the vibrant colors of the crayons lined up in the little black box we were each assigned, the smooth finish of my desk with a black inkwell in the upper right corner. My kids think that's downright weird. And I especially loved my kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Bordeaux. In my mind, she was the smartest and most beautiful person in the world, and I counted on her to teach me all the things I needed to know to become educated. It was no surprise to anyone, especially my mother, that I eventually moved to the other side of the desk and became a teacher. "You are a born teacher," she always said. This was the beginning of my lifelong love affair with school, learning, books, and the impact stories have on our lives.